Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. We begin a new week of learning, but of course, today beginning on a somber note, as today is the observance of Yom HaZikaron, the commemoration of all the fallen in Israel's battles and terrorist atrocities, and we pay the utmost respect to their memories and their sacrifices for the state of Israel. We continue to daven for the brave soldiers of the IDF, refuah shalema for those who need, and for the safe return of our hostages, and our learnings dedicated in memory of Seren Daniel Shimon ben Harav Daron Visheli Hashem Yakum Damo. We continue with another very difficult question. Ha'im lahatzil mechabel. Is it appropriate to save the life of a terrorist? I don't plan how these fall out on the days. It just happens, so do with that what you'd like. She'ela. Lifnei shanim hayamikra shemechabel nisal l'rtzoach nar Yehudi of Merkaz Yerushalayim. It was an episode, unfortunately an all too familiar episode, where a terrorist tried to kill a young boy in the center of Jerusalem. B'chazei Hashem anar niftzak kalos bavad. Thank God, and with the kindness of God, the youth was only slightly injured. Ezrachim zomim sheratzu linkom b'mechabel v'lasos bo shvatim hechel l'rodov acharav. So, again, this is written, must be a number of years ago. Today it's kind of a different story. Maybe I'll come back to that. But at the time, the citizens, they wanted to go after the terrorist, obviously, and to mete out justice. And one woman, she protected the terrorist. In other words, she made herself sort of a shield, and she protected him from being beaten and perhaps even being killed. So the question is it appropriate to save a terrorist? And was that the correct behavior from that woman to save his life? Now, the reason why I say it's a little different today, if you notice that anytime there is a terrorist attack, so army, police, and citizens alone, especially who are armed, they will, and with sort of legal impunity, they will, the word is lenatrel, to neutralize the terrorist. So this has changed a little bit over time, but let's just see what the Rav says. So tshuva, shnei tzadai l'mosheila, there are two sides to this question. Mitzad maman ha'machabel him roi la'azor lo, mitzad hatzala misakana. First, we have to look from the terrorist, is it appropriate to help him, and also to saving others from danger. Lagabe ma'amod shel mechabel, lamanu b'talmud, shedin harasham hagadolam moridin v'lo ma'alin. The Gemara in Avodah Zarah tells us that the rule when it comes to wicked people, especially wicked people, is moridin v'lo ma'alin. We lower them, we don't elevate them. Kolomar sh'efshem mishtadel l'grom l'mosam. That if it's possible, we should help them, let's say, get closer to death. And certainly that we shouldn't save them. And the Rambam paskins the same way, and the Shulchan Aruch, etc. A terrorist who wants to kill Jews in a public place, certainly he is on the level, if not worse, than this type of evil that the Gemara speaks of. At the very least, we should withhold helping him and saving him. But if we look at sort of international law and the way things go, we cannot kill a terrorist if the danger has passed. And as we had studied earlier, we have to follow the laws and dina de malchus adina. So therefore, if a person is in a position of being a soldier or an officer, police officer, or even magav, mishmar gavul, something like that, so they have to follow these laws and they would have to save him. And even if it's on Shabbos, they would have to care to the wounds and the injuries of our enemy, again, following these types of civil laws. But a citizen who is not bound by these laws necessarily, they don't have orders of operation or orders from their superiors, they don't have to help the mechabel, they don't have to help the terrorist and save him. So in that instance referred to earlier, it was not appropriate to save the terrorist. Because the Gemara, Rambam, Shulchan Aruch are very clear that we don't save such a wicked person. Only if the purpose is to save the law, to protect the law, and we don't want citizens to break the law, and we don't want people to be punished for that, so then in that instance it might be appropriate. However, when it comes to just saving the terrorist and regular citizen, this is not the way that we behave. That's on the one hand. Mitzara sakana, on the point of view from sakana, from danger, osa isha nega shalok halacha. Again, this woman did the wrong thing. It's not the halachic solution. Shekein baruch shekol zman shenishkefa sakana min hamechabel v'afilu safek kal shel sakana mitzvah kol adam lahatzilas anashim shesham aydei pigim mechabel. Because if there is a possibility of danger from a terrorist, even if it's even a doubt, a small doubt, nevertheless, there is a mitzvah to save people who might possibly be injured from a terrorist. In other words, what do you think would happen if she would let him go? You think he would just walk away, this terrorist, and go back to his own business? No, he would want to continue harming people. Shkein yesh mechabel din rodef. A mechabel has, a terrorist has the law of what's called a rodef. And anything that we could do to stop somebody in the category of a rodef, of course, is the best. So let's say you want to harm him, you want to disable him, disarm him. But if that's not enough, or if you think that maybe you're trying to put him out of commission, but it's not going to be enough, he's still going to try and kill people, then then you could even kill him. Again, the law of a rodef is one is allowed to kill a rodef, one must kill a rodef to prevent him from killing others. So that's where we have now today the idea of neutralizing lanatrel et mechabel. V'hol meduber mechabel rasha, and since we're talking about a wicked mechabel, hey mitzad ma'amado yeshiva hey mitzad kamanasar etzchanit, we're talking about an evil person, whether it's his personal nature or whether it's his intention to kill. Kol ema sheish tzel shel safek sakana mitzvah lahargo k'dei limnoas sakana. If there's even a chashash, even a doubt, even a possibility of sakana, of danger to Israelis, to citizens around, then you have to do whatever you can to prevent this danger. V'kivan shebapol od lo hishtaltu al mechabel chalutin asa hayala sa ishal sakenes atzma v'sachirim uvinyanim elu yesh leilech lechumra. Therefore, in that instance, the woman, since they were not certain that there was no more danger, and he has intentions to kill, she behaved inappropriately, and we have to be very strict in these areas, because there have been instances where people thought the danger had passed, and then when they took their guard down, the terrorist kept on killing us. I don't think we need a lesson in what it is that our enemies want to do to us, especially on this somber, solemn, holy day. And we think of so many who are taken from us by the hands of terrorists, Yimach Shemam. So let us never forget their memories. Let us realize that we cannot have a Yom HaAtzmaut without a Yom HaZikaron. And may all of their holy neshamas have an aliyah. So please remember them today. Please daven for the Chaylei Tzvagan Yisrael, for Shalom L'Cholam Yisrael, safe return of our hostages. Do a mitzvah, learn some Torah Le'ilui Nishmas, Seren Daniel Shimon ben Harav Doron Vasheli, Hashem Yakum Damo. Thank you.